High five!
Finding that recess or something related to
Good morning.
Morning, Lee.
Good. Lucas? Yeah, there you go. Take the stick. Okay. This is when these things need to be entered. But that goes out to explain how the reporting system works.
We need a clinic because other people get
So you can this could be something for home learning, so that when they come in here, that would be there.
Where students went on a field trip to the Hutongs, learned about communities in Beijing, and then also compared. One of the first questions I had was about building cultural confidence.
I have to say, most of our students, they are doing much better bilingual expression than me. So I'm so proud of them, you know. You know, sometimes when I have presentation, I feel nervous about the next paragraph. I will grab one student. Would you mind translate for Miss Grace? They are so confident, and so during that process, I see bilingual naturally connect and impact them in their mindset. Because every time when I want to speak English, I will think about Chinese firstly. Then I decode my language, then express in my second language. But for our students, they don't have this process. They will just naturally happen and naturally translate for me. So I'm so proud of them, and also let me realize, also let everyone realize what we are doing is really meaningful for our students' future.
Recent example of building a village unit, where students went on a field trip to the Hutongs, learned about communities in Beijing, and then also compared those to communities globally.
就这个过程当中呢，其实我们自己对胡同的理解，我们会发现，孩子启发了我们很多。
哇，看那么多电表，
他们的户主的名字。
然后对于一些文化现象或者一些文化符号，我们老师如果不知道的时候呢，老师的角色就发生了一个变化，他不再是老师，他是陪着孩子们一起去学习。那么孩子们呢，他就敏锐地观察到了这样的一个变化，他就会非常的放松，并且更有一个学习主人翁的意识。哦，我要和我的老师一起学习。你看有一些地方我老师也不知道，但是我知道。那么这个过程当中呢，我们的孩子在他的情感上，包括对学习的这个好奇心，包括动力上，就达到了一个最佳的一个状态。那么所以整个活动呢，我们的外方老师、中方老师、我们的学生、我们的家长，其实他们形成了一个小型的学习社区。那么这个学习社区去到真实的胡同场景当中展开一个学习。那么老师启发了学生，学生也启发了老师，那么家长也给了老师，给了学生灵感，所以它建成了一个非常多样化的和健康的一个生态。那么这个生态呢，其实一直在呵护着孩子的成长。
它16数，对，你看那就是16数吧。
We need to make sure that all of the teachers involved, not just the language teachers, but the PE, the art, the music, the drama, the library, everybody comes, it's time to come together to talk about what it is we're learning, to understand the big idea, to add their own perspectives, to say, oh, this is what we can do in library. You know, you're learning about communities. We have a community in library. Sports teams are a community. Bands are a community. You know, just being able to make those connections so that even if their unit is a little bit different, they're able to bring in that idea and share, just explain to the kids how that big idea of what they're learning about applies to their particular subject.
还有一个非常好的我们的一个工作实践呢，就是每周二早上7点50呢到8点10分这20分钟的时间呢，其实我们给到老师一个契机，如果您在教室里有一些比较好的教育实践，那么欢迎呢大家跟所有的老师分享。那么创设了这样的一个氛围给大家呢，就是虽然只有20分钟，但是我们可以看到老师们从彼此的身上学习到了很多，被启发了很多，那么也把自己视为一个终身学习者。我觉得这种精神，其实除了我们在激励着彼此以外，我们也会浸润式的传递给我们的孩子。
其实我有点紧张，但是我告诉我自己要勇敢。
I feel that that's been kind of always the thread in our discussions. We are all the time faced with challenges that we need to solve, and I feel that that is the single thing that really helps us stay focused, but also the fact that we have this amazing set of standards. So that's basically a framework that we can refer to. And what I also love, Grace, you counsel us on, you know, why this might be done in a certain way in China. So that helps us learn about how to lead more effectively in this context. So I feel that the way that we approach things is really by learning from each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of jumping in with, well, this is how I would do it in a Western play.
Exactly.
What could be happening in the background?
Yeah.
What is the, you know, what's the cultural context, and how might these people be feeling?
And you only kind of learn about each other. It's a process, it's an ongoing thing. But I do think that we're kind of guided by the 5 values.
Yes.
I think when we make decisions, that's probably our compass,
Yes.
you know, to do things with wisdom, to do things with trust, with respect.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep.
Good morning. Morning, Leenen. Good morning. When you speak, you're going to get the talking stick. Okay. Now, do you see these pictures here?
Yeah.
If we want them to feel safe in examining their own practice, then leaders also have to design the conditions to make growth possible. When teachers see that leaders are learning alongside them, that the purpose is shared improvement rather than inspection, the pressure shifts. That's when real growth momentum happens.
这也是我们社区打造学习型社区的重要的一个部分。其实我们在这个过程当中呢，我们更多的是看到了一些很好的教育实践。那么我们给到老师一些机会去展现他，去分享他的很好的课堂教学实践。那么我们进入课堂的人呢，也有机会了解到，哦，原来我们的课堂上在发生这样的事情，而且给我们很多启发。它是一个双向成长的过程。我们也让老师有这样的一个理念，就是说我的教室开放给大家，大家可以来看。那么我向大家学习，大家也是向我学习。
When I did a little bit about oracy,
Yes.
and teachers then genuinely start wondering, how do I do this in my classroom?
Yeah.
And then if you as a leader go in and say, well, I can come and show you if you want, and then they're open to that, that's really powerful, I think, because you're
Yes.
not there to tell them what they're doing wrong, but you say,
Yes.
well, I just want to join and show you maybe, and you know, then they'll know and they'll continue to do it in their classroom. So it's that combination of inspiring through professional development and then giving opportunities in a low stakes environment to try out strategies.
I feel like we trust and respect each other. I think the beautiful thing is we're all quite different. But I think that's one of our strengths, is
Yes.
that we do have different strengths, but they work together, like we're a jigsaw puzzle. We work together to tackle the problems that we come up with. And again, and I feel like that then our teachers and our students, but especially our teachers, can also see that. And so like we model those sorts of behaviours, that the way that we approach problems for them, in the hope that they will then, you know, use those strategies and skills themselves.
Yeah.
I think support.
They always say that children learn more from watching you do things.
在顶石小学阶段，我们习得的或者是获得的双语体验，跟传统意义上的双语不是一个概念。孩子都在自己很低的一个年龄进行了近母语式的学习，这就是我们为什么从小学学前班我们开始进行双语。在他很小的年龄学习语言的时候呢，他整个在吸收他的第二语言过程当中呢，他其实用了一个很亲近，类似于母语的方式去接近。所以这也是我为什么说我的孩子一定会比我翻译的好。我的词汇肯定是比他们多的，因为我是成年人，我也工作这么多年。我的语法也一定是比他们好的，但是我的翻译没有他们好，因为他们在学习双语的时候是按照母语来学的，他们跟那种语言有天生的类似于跟母亲之间的亲近。所以我觉得家长呢，就是不用过多担心，反倒是要更加安心，把时间给到孩子们，给到学校，然后去看着孩子成长为一个2种语言都能成为一个母语使用者和母语思维这样的一个未来的学习者。其实，在去年5年级的那个学生升学典礼上，在最后他们即将迈入初中的时候，我其实对他们说了 2、3句话，其中有一句话呢，就是保有好奇心，永远知道自己所追求的是什么。最后一句话就是我对他们的期待，我说我退休了，一定会生活在由你们打造的更美好的世界里，所以我坚信我们的学生是能够让世界变得更美好的年轻人。
I hope we have students or young adults who are going to leave who are happy, who know who they are, and they know how to solve problems. They want to change the world for better, and they know that they actually have the ability to do it.
I would like to see as well that they really know themselves as bilingual learners. That we teach them something about how their bilingual brains work. That they become knowledgeable about how language works, what the commonalities are, that they actually become mini linguists. Because I know that if they're able to name that really important skill, that will really empower them. So I hope that in the coming years we can really develop this in the school. There is an approach perhaps that we could also share with other schools, allows children to have like a metalinguistic toolkit that they can use across languages to understand this is how we make meaning in Chinese, but actually it looks very similar in English. This is how we explain things in one language, but it looks a little bit different in one language because of these particular cultural reasons. So really for them to become knowledgeable about who they are as a bilingual person.